Happy end of financial year, everyone. It's hard to believe that it's already the 26th of June as we come to the end of another financial year. Three things I just wanted to update you on today. Firstly, of course, is investment markets. It's been a little bit of a bumpy ride over the last few weeks. We're still ahead given the last 6 months. So even though we've seen some falls in markets over the last few weeks, we're still much further ahead than where we were about 6 months ago in December. It's been a bit of a pullback in markets, and mainly through some announcements that were made by the Federal Reserve Bank in the US about easing up on their quantitative policy potentially later this year, and that's made markets a little bit skittish. We seem to have sort of seen a bit of a bottoming out, particularly on the Australian share side. So in the past few weeks, Australian shares in particular have been fallen back into cheap range. So have been good buying value again. International markets have also sort of fallen off a little bit, and we've sort of seen them a little bit more cheaply valued, but not as cheap as Australian shares. Speaking of international markets, of course, the Australian dollar has come off a little bit. Not unsurprising, just given how high the Australian dollar has been. As you may recall, about 18 months ago, we converted all of your international share exposure from hedged into unhedged investments. It's just taken this long to actually get some benefit from that strategy we did in about 18 months ago. So you're all holding unhedged international share investments. So with the Australian dollar falling down, you've actually picked up a bit of a currency benefit from that. And thirdly, just wanted to make mention that anyone that has a salary sacrifice arrangement in place for superannuation, worth just contacting payroll and making sure everything is set up going forward from 1 July to make use of the limit where appropriate for you. So that limit is still $25,000 for most people, subject to the budget announcements being passed through legislation. Then if you're over 60, then you may have a higher limit of $35,000, but I'll confirm that once legislation's been passed. Again, happy end of financial year, and looking forward to working with you for another financial year. Speak to you soon.